Okay, we are back on, James. So, you hired Mr. Simon and he started to represent you and you started talking about what you liked about what he did. Tell us about how the representation went.
Well, I met with him and then we met in the office a few times. He called me regularly to stay in touch. I didn't have to call him. I didn't have to worry. Most of the time in these cases, you worry whether the attorney's not going to be there, or you're wondering what's going on, and this or that. But we had a great communication, which made me feel at ease. So it made me trust him, and you know, to me and a lot of the people around me, that's a big thing. You know, and a lot of people talk about not trusting attorneys or whatnot, but I had a very good experience. Everything was set. He never told me things that weren't going to happen. He didn't tell me that, you know, I was going to get, you know, over-exaggerated amounts or any of this. He told me how it really was, and in the end, my expectations were met above and beyond. With the amount that I got and with notifications on how the case was going. I never got any calls from anybody harassing me. All the bills, everything was taken care of. Very great experience. I give his cards out to every one of my friends that ride motorcycles. And if I would have known about Craig earlier, I would have called him earlier. And I had another motorcycle accident, but I was scared at the time because I didn't know that I had, you know, so many rights, you know, because they make you feel like the bad guy and it's your fault, when in actuality, you know, you're the victim in most of these cases. So,
Why recommend Craig Simon or his law firm to someone else who needs representation for some type of accident or crash?
Because he took care of me and just exactly what he said. He said, okay, this is going to happen in this amount of time, and this is going to happen in this amount of time, and basically it was a step-by-step process that he walked me through. I was sitting at home injured and probably the most hardest time of my life, and the least worries I had was about my lawyer. You know, my attorney, you know, Craig Simon, I did not have to worry about that. He was always right there. If I needed to call him for anything, I could talk to him directly. I never got redirected to anybody else. He always returned my calls, my messages if I called. But usually when I was going to call him, he would be calling me at the same time. So we had a good communication there. Everything went through. The expectations were great. You know, as far as what I got on my settlement, everything went through just like he said it would.
Okay. So all in all, it was a very good experience for you?
Yeah.
Despite you being seriously hurt and going through a tragedy?
Yes, sir.
Turned to tragedy?
Major tragedy, and turned it all around, and because of the positiveness of knowing that he's taken my case, allowed me to focus on my physical therapy for my accident. I didn't have to worry about it, so all I had to focus was walking again and getting better again and doing it, and knowing that when the whole thing was over that everything was going to be okay, and I wasn't going to be in debt with the hospitals and harassing and maybe homeless. You know, I was out for close to a year, and but you know, everything came through just like Craig said, and I'm very, very happy. I would recommend him. If it was 5 stars, I would give him 5 stars.
Thank you.
So.